loves, welcome to Fifth Dimension. Thank you for joining me for this collective reading. I hope everybody's doing good. I do want to quickly thank the lovely soul who sent me this Alice in Wonderland Oracle deck. It's so fucking cute. I should start off with. I've been playing with it throughout the night. The imagery is beautiful. The holographic is everything, and I'm kind of obsessed. So I do want to go ahead and use it today as the main energies for collective messages, collective guidance for today. So I did have some impressions as far as a shift in your approach. And it sort of feels like all of a sudden there's this like attitude in your energy, like a no nonsense approach, like keep the bullshit away, don't have time, don't have energy. Feels very like cold. It feels very Queen of Swords, I will say that. Like you're an icy, but for necessity. I feel like your energy and resources are being used for something that's part of your purpose, and you just don't have any time and energy to be exhausting on anything other than what's beneficial for your highest good and those around you as well. Which, I mean, I respect that. Come on, give me one more. One more, please. There we go. We have card number 38. You are rare and free. There are not many like you. I love that. We have card number 30. Law is not justice. Rules that are not fair. Okay. And then we have card 35. Never jam today. Promises that never come to be. Empty words. Not living in the now. Okay, so there's been like setbacks and perhaps I heard disillusion in things that you have expected and planned for. Where was I getting? I'm having a quick flashback to like a memory or of a thought. Something about like what should have been a wedding is actually like a funeral party. I don't know where I got that from. That's so random. So maybe something that should have been bliss or that you planned out or that was portrayed to you as something that you had a perception of something that would end up in bliss is what I'm getting from that, but actually ended up being like something that you had to clean up the mess on your own. I don't know what that is, but okay. Clarify card number 30, please. Rules that are not fair. Clarify this energy for the collective. Oh, there it is. We have 16. A moment's regret. Nostalgia. Idealizing the past, fearing you've made a mistake. Yes, this is connecting to that energy actually. But hold on, let me just clarify the other ones and then I'll get into it. Are you gonna come out or not? I feel like I'm being too rough on the cards and they're telling me to chill the fuck out, but I'm just like I'm not a very patient. Okay. We have card 45, such a curious dream, grounding, returning to reality, coming home. That's what I was getting. There's some sort of illusion that's being cleared out, and I feel like you're cleaning up the mess or the remains or the remnants or the something of something. Card number 5, becoming braver, resilience, experience, growing stronger and fresh perspective. Yes, that's exactly what I was feeling was changing within you. Is what I'm saying. Like you're taking on a new approach to how your energy interacts with the outside world in general, and this is going to be in all sorts of connections and relationships with people. And so I feel like this change or this new approach that you are embodying is coming from a new perspective that you've had. And it's come from an experience in which I said felt like it was something that would bring bliss, but actually ended up being something sad, right? Like, and then I heard it's my party and I'll cry if I want to. Yeah, like something that I keep on saying, okay, I'm just going to describe the way the thing, because it's in my head and it's been in my head since apparently at some point before. Something about like a wedding, I see a party, I see a big like fluffy dress, you know, like something that's been prepared for. I see hair being done. I see decorations and tables and balloons and flowers, and and it's an outdoor party and everything is covered in like linen and bows, and it's set up so beautifully with all the centerpieces. And then all of a sudden I see a flash to a person alone crying, and like the wind and the remnants of having been there, almost like a stood up, like that vibe of like a God stood up at the altar. No, this is not, it could be literal. And I'm sorry if that's a literal situation that you experienced, but that's not what I'm hoping this is about. I'm hoping this is just a metaphor, because I would hate that for that to be a real experience for someone, but like a metaphor as far as like that being like your hope and the build up to, and a finally reaching a point of, and then not switching to the end, like of like the party having been waited and nobody ever arrived or something like that, and then the person is like cleaning up and crying. And that's what I pictured, the image of like it being like a funeral, like the mourning of something that could have been, something that should have been, something that wasn't, that isn't, that never was, right? Okay, and so this energy, I feel, is something that you've been working through. It feels like you had to really, like there's a lot of challenge in how you moved from experiencing this grief, which may have came with all the stages, right? Like the stages of grief. So you may have experienced a whole set of things that came along with, if this is a specific experience, or maybe it's like a culmination, an idea of what you saw your life being. Like it could be just like a culmination of an experience, right? But regardless, whatever this is, it just feels like there's a point where you reached where you've accepted, almost is maybe what changed in your energy, rules that are not fair, like accepting that life isn't always fair, and that can be something that leaves you bitter from the experience of having to clean up your own mess of what you thought would be your party, right? Your big moment of celebration, but something that never came, and feeling like uncertainty about the reasons maybe plagued you, the reasons behind that. But finally reaching a point of acceptance, like regardless of the reasons behind the situation and how it ended up, like really coming to a place of understanding that you have the choice. She's holding the scales right here. Like it could go either way, but at the end of the day, the power is within her to put more weight on any one aspect of the scale. And it could be from a place of like falling deep into that mourning and not coming out of it, and just staying in the state of grief of like, this was so unfair. Or moving on to the next, that although this was extremely unfair, I clean up after everything and I keep it going, right? I keep it going. I clean up after myself and I keep it going. Is sort of what I'm really getting. But this is like this energy in the middle. Let's get away from all that other stuff. This energy in the middle right here with, you are rare and free. There are not many like you, and becoming braver with the resilience, experience, growing stronger, a fresh perspective. I feel like this is something that you have, it's a learned. And each time you apply this learned skill. And I mean this learned skill as far as the resilience that you have. Remember, I just said you keep it going. You clean up after yourself and you keep it going. And this may, why do I keep hearing clean up after yourself? It may be like taking accountability, taking the steps, saying the apologies, doing whatever you have to do to close up ends, and then you keep it moving. Even though you feel situations ended up unfair, even though you feel you got the short end of the stick on certain things, being able to apologize for your part in the situation and move it forward, regardless of whether that is reciprocated towards you, regardless if it's an outweighed thing. It's like sort of like cutting your losses so that you don't lose more in the long run, is sort of what I'm getting, okay? All right. So that was a lot of words. I hope they made sense, because I don't even know what I was just saying. I was just staring at the window with Charlie. We're both looking out at the sky and the birds and stuff. Actually, let me take a coffee break. Oh my god, they made my coffee so good today. I just saw 11:11. All right, collective guidance. Actually, we should bring this little energy back in case we need to know anything about it. This is your beautiful energy of strength and resilience. Keeping it moving. And no nonsense. Like I picked up in the beginning. All right, guidance for the collective. What guidance does the collective need to hear? This one wants to come out. The Chariot. I love that so much, because then that's giving me again in my head, keeping it moving. Pick up your pieces and keeping it moving. That's the Chariot. Oh shit, my Uber's here, guys. Gotta go. Bye. I apologize for the shit that I left, the shit storm that I left, and my part in it. I cleaned up my stuff though. Packed it up, trashed it up, garbaged it. Now, bye. My Uber's here and I gotta go. That's you. That's you. Keeping it moving, not being held back. We have the 10 of Wands. Yeah, that's your baggage. You're not carrying baggage with you. Like I just finished saying before I even flipped the card and looked at the 10 of Wands, which is baggage, right? You literally, I just said, I saw her bagging up all the trash that had fallen, you know, everything, bagging up every mess or whatever, having folded up the chairs, folded up the tables on the side, and she's just like, I'm sorry for everybody who I wronged, blah, 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 or anybody who was sad about this party that was a mess. She flings that trash bag, which is the baggage, over into the giant dumpster, and then she hops into her Uber and she's out of there. Peace, bitches. That's the baggage being left behind, and that's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing when a person can experience something and take the tools that they've acquired from previous experiences, and instead of carrying baggage of each wounded or experience that didn't turn out, where you would say you got the short end of the stick in all aspects of your life, instead of carrying all that baggage and carrying it all and just being overfilled with all of the life experiences and all of the baggage in culmination. No, you're learning how to take out the trash immediately, right after the experience. Oh, and then I heard the trash took itself out. That's Eileen. Eileen, is that you? I remember you saying that to me. The trash took itself out. Oh, yes, bitch. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. And now all that's left is the Two of Cups. Which, clarify for me, what's up with this? What's up with this Two of Cups? Only because, remember, I had seen the wedding falling apart. So I'm just like, what's going on with this? Clarify the Two of Cups for the collective energy, please. Clarify the Two of Cups. The Moon. Clarify the Moon. Ace of Wands. And then out of the darkness, all of a sudden, a new opportunity arrives. Y'all have been manifesting. And I'm gonna say this doesn't have to be romantic love, but I kind of feel like it is romantic love. So this energy didn't even feel like it had anything to do with romantic love and relationships. It just felt like in general in life, the short end of the sticks that you've been handed as a whole, but which could also include relationships, right? However, I feel like this new no nonsense approach that you've taken on and being able to just like remove baggage is literally leaving space. Like you have space in your luggage because you've been emptying out your baggage. And that is going to bring something in. Like you're going to have opportunity for it. Like I got from the moon, like, and all of a sudden out of the darkness, there's this like all of a sudden an opportunity that comes through, like a prospective. Is that a prospective partner? Oh yes, I googled it. It is a thing. Prospective of a person, expected or expecting to be something particular in the future. So a prospective partner would mean a potential partner. Ugh, why do they have to say prospective? It's the word potential. Just an extra fancy. Me getting mad at the words that come through. Okay, so yeah, I feel like that's really cute energy. Like that was all of a sudden. Any other messages for the collective before I close this reading off? I heard keep moving forward with childlike wonder. The Hanged Man, in order to not allow yourself to be stalled. There's been a stalled energy that has been a residual, and we've been getting like sort of Hanged Man, death, cocoon, hermit, in the cave vibes. And I feel like, as with the season around us, or at least around me, spring. So this means coming out of this stall energy and coming into a place of movement, which I feel like is your energy in general. Like it's becoming alive is what I heard. There's parts of you that are becoming alive, and you're being encouraged to embrace those parts of you. Okay, let me get you some animals, because duh. We need some animals always. So let me get some guidance, advice, messages before I close off for the collective. Guidance or advice for the collective. There's one. Give me two more, please. Oh, there we go. We have card 33, Horse Spirit, Freedom is Yours. I love this because this one says free too. You are rare and free. There are not many like you. Yeah, you're this like cute little horse. And you're just like cute and free. I'll stop. All right, then we have the Badger Spirit, Be Fearless and Bold, card number 4. And then we have card number 8, Bobcat Spirit, Life is a Mystery. And then I heard, is it like a prayer that starts with like, life is a mystery, everyone must stand alone. Yeah, there's something in that, maybe in the lyrics. But yeah, like I said, be fearless and bold, embrace that like childlike wonder in you. And don't contain it. Freedom is yours, my loves. So have fun and try not to take things so seriously. Until we vibe again.